Hello and welcome back. And in today's lecture, we're going to be looking at BPMN core elements. As you can see, I'm using Draw.io, so I'm going to be working in this overlay. I suggest at this point you open any software you would like to use for this course, or just take out your pen and paper, because we're actually going to draw the first model today. So to start with, BPMN has 4 core elements, including activities, gateways, sequence flow, and events. So these are the 4 activities. Now you'll see their text annotation on the right, which one is what. But basically, activities are designed to capture work performed in the process, and there are different types of activities that we will discuss later. Gateways capture forking and joining paths in the control flow. There are also different types of the gateways, which we'll discuss later in the course. Sequence flow represents the order in which activities and events will be performed. They can be assigned a condition to distinguish between alternative branches, and there are also different types of sequence flow that we will discuss throughout the course. And finally, events. Events represent the process's triggers, for example, the start event, and the process outcomes, for example, the end event. And there are different types of events in BPMN, and we will discuss all of them throughout this course. I know it sounds a bit difficult right now to get it all through, but believe me, it is very easy and very simple to use these elements, and you will learn all of them very good in this course. So let's go ahead and model our first business process, so you get an idea how to use these elements. So first we have our model always start with a start event. So we'll just drag a basic one, and today we'll be taking a look at the process of purchasing an item on Amazon. We'll be taking a look on the simplified version of it, so we will not be including all the steps, but we will be including the steps relevant for this lesson. Okay, so the first thing we need to do before buying an item on Amazon is to input our details. And the first thing we need to do in BPMN is to put a start event. So this is our start event, and in this process, we're gonna just say that it's gonna be login. So this means that when the process actually starts, we already have all our details in the system. So we do not have to describe that, because that's another process, a pretty complicated one as well. So the first action we're going to take is going to be search desired product. After this, we're going to take another action, which will be called add product to the cart. Sorry for my typing. It is very bad. So yeah, so don't forget to connect all your elements as soon as you put them onto the workspace. Maybe like a couple of elements you can put without connecting them in, but never forget to connect them in time, because in the end you might end up with a overcomplicated business process model that you'll just have to look for those unconnected or incorrectly connected elements, and that will be a huge mess. So for now, we already have our item selected, and at this point we're gonna put a gateway, a simple split XOR split gateway. That will help us decide if we want to continue shopping. So what this means is that now we'll have 2 options. One is going to be yes, one is going to be no. So if we do want to continue shopping, let's just name this branch yes. And if we do want to continue shopping, then another process will start. It will be called something like continue browsing in Amazon. However, if we do not want to continue to the shopping, then we have another task starting, and the task will be called proceed to checkout. So here you would put a couple more actions, such as choose shipping option, choose payment option, confirm billing details, confirm everything you inputted. So we're just gonna skip all of that for now to make our model a bit smaller, a bit more understandable for you, and we're gonna end the model right here. So the model will be ended with order completed. So yeah, we're just gonna connect this real quick and done. So this is our first business process model. So as you can see, it's very, very easy. So now let's take a close look at the elements so you understand more about what I did here and there. So first, there's a start event. Every model has to have at least one start event and at least one end event. In our model, we have one start event and two end events, and that's perfectly normal because only one end event will be triggered. So now the XOR split gateway. We will talk more about gateways. There are different types. They're very important in business process model. So let's take a look at this one. It's a very simple example. We have a condition. Do we want to continue shopping? Yes or no? What I forgot here, and you should never forget, is to name your branches. So if you reading the model, and if anybody else is reading a model, more importantly, they can understand where to go next from this gateway. So here they will say add product to cart. Okay, do I want to continue shopping? Yes, we have an end event. No, we make one more action and then we end the event as well. This means that the model is not only correct, but it also meets all the requirements of business process model and notation, the BPMN 2.0. Now, of course, this model is very, very simplified. It's very easy, and the process of buying an item on Amazon is way more complicated. You will learn more and more and more in this course, and in the end, you will be able to draw an actual process of buying an item on Amazon in no time and with zero difficulty. For now, remember the naming conventions. There are two of them for now. They'll appear on the screen somewhere here or possibly here. So the activities have to be named starting with a verb and in imperative form, so imperative verb, and followed by a noun. So the events, starting or end events, should be named by a noun followed with a past time verb. So in this case, we named this event and this event incorrectly, but only because they're not the actual events of this process. Order completed, that's a properly named end event. This naming conventions make your model more readable and more structured, so I do recommend following it where you can. So yeah, for now this is everything. Do not be afraid of all these elements. These are old elements used in BPMN, but you will learn most of them in this course and you will be able to use them freely and easily. And for now, just focus on remembering one thing from each lecture, as I'll be adding one element in each lecture, and in no time you will become BPMN expert. So thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial, and until next time, happy modeling.